Welcome to our daily Forex market analysis, and this is for trading on February the 13th, 2020. Just a quick disclaimer here before we get started. This is for educational purposes only. Trading is a risky business, so please be careful with your money. As usual, we'll start off by taking a look at our calendar here. So we did have multiple central bankers speaking, and the common theme is that they are expecting some sort of economic impact from coronavirus. However, at this point, they're not quite sure. But other than that, in terms of New Zealand here, they are holding the rate steady, and they actually see the rates to stay at these levels for the entire year. So let's move on to Thursday here. So coming up here on Thursday, we do have Euro EU economic forecast. So Euro has been dropping quite a bit over the last little while. It's just been one-way downtrend here. And if we see that the economic forecasts are actually, they are revised to the downside, that will have a negative impact on Euro, and we could see it drop further. And then we also have CPI and core CPI numbers. These are the inflation numbers and one of the key numbers that the central bank tracks. So if the numbers are in line with expectations, I'm not really expecting much of a change. However, if they are below expectations, it will put additional pressure on the Fed in order to loosen the monetary policy or maybe cut rates. And that means we could see US dollar drop as a result of that. And then we have some more data out of the US, but that's pretty much the important data that we have tomorrow. So let's go on to the charts now here. We'll start off with euro dollar. So yesterday we were looking for a drop, and we had talked about how if price stays below the support resistance level, we're likely to see a drop, and we have that. Now, having said that, we are in an area that price has not been for quite some time, since 2016. So it's gone through that support level, and we still are in this downtrend here. Next target here, so bias is bearish for euro dollar. Next target is 1.0820, and then below that we are looking at 1.0760 level here. So bias is bearish for euro, and 1.0820 is next target. 1.0760 is the second target for euro dollar. Pound dollar here, this one is also looking bearish. We do have a pin bar, and we see the price went into this resistance level but wasn't really able to break through that. So our bias for this one is also to the downside. Now we could get a retest of the high here, so do keep that in mind, but then I'm looking for a drop here. So bearish bias for pound dollar as well, and the target is 1.2880. So bearish bias for pound dollar. Second target, 1.2820. Aussie dollar here, this we see that price is right into this resistance level, and this is where it's been trading for the last little while. So as long as price stays below this 0.6750, I will look for this one to drop further, because it's just overall is still to the downside, but it's just been stuck in this range. So if it doesn't break out of the range, then I'm looking for it to drop towards the bottom of the range. Target is 0.6660. So Aussie dollar bias is to the downside. New Zealand dollar here, this one as well, we see that price is actually into some important support resistance level here. This target level here, 0.6480, is coming all the way from here. So this is an important level. And as long as price stays below this level here, I will look for it to drop further. So overall bias is bearish. Now do keep in mind that we could get a retest here and then the price could drop. So keep that level in mind, 0.6480. If it stays below, I'm looking for a drop towards 0.6420 and then 0.6380. So we had talked about yesterday how price had gone up. We had this move up as a result of the monetary policy from New Zealand, and we had talked about how these type of moves get filled. So I am expecting that to get filled here and price to come back down. So bias here is to the downside for New Zealand dollar. And then dollar CAD here, we were looking for a drop yesterday. We got that. Bias is still bearish. Next target is 1.3220. And if it continues, we're looking at 1.3200. So bearish bias here for dollar CAD. Let's move to our commodities now. Silver, we see that this one has dropped, and so bias is bearish. Now, we are getting a pullback here. So if it holds below 17.55 here, I will look for a move back towards 17.30. Now, should things change and we get more of a risk-off environment, right now we have been getting risk-on environment. That means the equities have been going up and safe haven assets have been dropping. And so if we see a reversal of that, which can happen due to coronavirus concerns or anything like that, this will turn around. So keep an eye on that. So for now, bias is bearish, and next target here is 17.30. Looking at gold here, we see that price hasn't really done a whole lot. We have a neutral candle close. It went into the support here, but wasn't able to break through the support. So at this point, bias is neutral, and we could see price go all the way into 1577. So neutral bias for gold. But from there, we could see it come back down and stay within the range. So it's just been trading in this range, and I'm looking for more of the same. So bias is neutral for gold. Oil here, oil is trading in a range here as well. So price did go into the top of the range, and now we are seeing a drop. So right now, we do have a bullish candle close, but if it doesn't go through 52, then chances are it will go towards the bottom of the range. So 49.50 will be the target. But if it breaks through this range, then we're looking at 53.50. But for now, bias is neutral for oil. Copper, same thing here. We see that price is into resistance here. And as long as it holds below 2.56, I will look for a drop back down towards 2.50 here. Next target is 2.53. Now, if it breaks through the high, this one can go higher then. But for now, I'm looking for a move back towards the middle and the bottom of the range. As long as it holds below this resistance, I will look for a drop here because price has been stuck at this level several times. It hasn't been able to break it, so I would look for a move lower here for copper. But overall bias is neutral here. Bitcoin here. Bitcoin has been going up for a number of days here. We do have a bullish candle close today as well. Yesterday we were looking for a move higher. We did get that. Now keep in mind prices coming into this resistance here. So 10,460 level here is our resistance. So bias is still bullish. Just be cautious because the momentum seems to be declining a bit. So next target here is 10,800. So bias is bullish for Bitcoin. S&P 500, this is at all-time highs here. Price broke through the high, and now it seems to be coming back in. But bias is bullish here with caution though, because if it holds above 3350, chances are it could go back up again, and we could just see a pullback and then a further move higher. So at this point, bias is bullish, but with caution, and we could see a turnaround. If it drops through 3350 here, I will look for a move all the way into 3300. For now, bullish. Nasdaq here, same thing. Price broke broke through the resistance here. Now the question will be, can it hold up there? So bias is bullish, but with caution. Same thing here. I will look for a move back towards 9,500, and if it holds above, I'm looking for that next leg up. So bullish bias, but with caution here. Dow Jones here, same thing. Price just went through the resistance here, and we have a bullish candle close. Now with this one, the level to watch would be 29,380. If it holds above this level, then we could see price go even higher here to the next level at 29,680. So bias is bullish, but with caution here again. And then looking at DAX here, nice bullish candle close here. Price has gone through this resistance level. It's gotten out of this range that it had been trading in for quite some time. So bias is bullish for DAX as well. And now we are into these levels that we haven't seen. So it is into all-time highs here. Let me just backtrack a bit. Yep. Okay, so it's gone through this resistance. So market is back into this risk on environment. That means it is looking quite bullish. 13,950 would be sorry, 13,800 is the next target, and then above that 14,000 will be the next target. But again, with caution, because if it comes back, so it can come back. If it holds above, then I'm looking for a move higher. Now, on the flip side, if it comes back down and holds here, we could see a drop. So just be cautious with this one. And then FTSE, same thing. We had a nice bullish candle close. It went through the resistance. At this point, I am looking for a pullback. And if it holds above 75.30, I will look for a further move to the upside. And if it comes back into this range, then we could see a drop all the way towards the bottom of the range here. So for now, bias is bullish, but with caution. Next target is 75.80, and then potentially into 76.20. Nikkei here. Nikkei has been still stuck in this range here. We do have a bullish candle close, but it's right into this resistance. And as we can see here, price hasn't really gone up. We are seeing a bit of a decline here. So in this case, as long as price holds below 23,990, I am looking for a drop back towards the bottom of the range, 23,500. So this one is more on the neutral side because it's still in this range. Now, should it break through the range, then I'm looking for 24,170. For now, though, this is neutral, and I will look for a move back down towards 23,500. So that's it for today. You guys have a wonderful trading day, and I'll see you back again tomorrow.